Okay, good day of work out here. As you know, it's always an exciting day when you talk about setting your roster and those type of things. It's also a tough day. You have a lot of conversations with guys that have been working so hard and doing everything you ask them to do, and some of them will have opportunities in other places, and you root for them, and then other guys are trying to get back to your practice squad. But there's definitely a sense of disappointment with some young men today that is again part of this business. But today was for this group was about getting out here, continuing to stay sharp, heavy on the individual today. So a lot of work with their position coaches, a lot of situational football work to sharpen up our situational awareness. Still guys out there running extra gassers right now. So again, this week is just about staying sharp and preparing for September 10th and beyond. But with that, I'll take any questions.
What about Deshaun and Elijah, both today out with illnesses?
Just sick. No, nothing. Just sick. Should be back soon.
Did it affect practice at all when they haven't won
No.
quarterback?
No.
And just looking long term, do you think you want or need a third quarterback on the active roster, or would a practice squad guy be okay?
Yeah, we'll work through that. We kind of have a plan. I think we're definitely going to bring in another quarterback soon, but we'll kind of let you guys know the plan moving forward. I think it'll be interesting around the league what teams decide to keep three on the active, which teams decide to keep some guys in the practice squad. We'll see how that goes.
Ken, I know you wanted to hang on to Kate as long as you could and kind of straightened out. Was there kind of a breaking point in your mind, or was this just a matter of him not being able to get his confidence back?
Yeah, I think as you can imagine, Tom, those are conversations you have throughout training camp, throughout this whole month, things that you talk about internally, and ultimately Andrew felt like the decision there would bring in a veteran kicker, and we're excited to add Dustin to this group. He'll be in here today, but it's a tough decision. All these are tough decisions, so but those are all things that you're constantly talking about in this building.
I'm sorry, what's the state of Denzel Ward right now? I know he's in protocol, but is it serious concussion?
Yeah, I can't. I wouldn't want to speculate there. I just would tell you he's in protocol, like any guy working through it.
Seeing as that this is his fourth concussion, just what's the level of concern as far as just the big picture when you just look at the human element of this?
Well, I mean, that goes without saying with all of our players when it comes to any injury. You want to make sure that they're safe. So with Denzel in this case, obviously we'll follow every protocol, and I'm confident in our medical staff. I'm confident in Denzel.
When the decision to not keep Austin Watkins?
I'd tell you there's a ton of tough decisions that you got to make, Jeff. As the coach, you'd love to keep all of them. You want to keep all 90, so there's going to be some guys that you let go. Austin certainly gave us some really good moments in practice in the games, and I think highly of him, but just some tough decisions you have to make.
Having the flip side of that, having two undrafted rookies in Hickman and Diabati make the team, like what you saw from them throughout camp and everything.
Yeah, I think that's a culmination of hard work, Ashley. I tell you that goes all the way back to when they stepped foot on campus for rookie minicamp. I mean, it's really that what we talked about last week, that global evaluation. They've done a nice job, so they've earned it. That's definitely a testament to the hard work that they've put in, and I think now the next step is continuing to grow. And I think there's some great examples on our team right now of young players that have taken leaps in going into their sophomore year, quote unquote, right, their junior year. I think you see a lot of players that are maturing and getting better.
What can that say about the rest of the team when a guy like that works so hard and earns that spot? What does it say to the rest of the guys on the roster?
Yeah, I think for all these guys, I mean, this is the day you get in here and you look around, you see the guys that are still standing. It's tough. It is really hard to make an NFL roster. It's hard to make the 53. There are a lot of good football players across the league that don't make a 53. So it's just knowing how challenging it is. And I think for me and for coaches, it's now time to remind them, now you got to stay on that 53. And how much are you going to work on your body, how much are you going to work on your understanding of our scheme so that you can carve out a role for this football team.
Kevin, what is it about Dustin that kind of made him the guy that you targeted? What do you like about his leg and everything?
Yeah, as you can imagine, Andrew and the crew looked at a lot of guys and just kind of zeroed in on Dustin as a veteran that's been, he's been very reliable and accurate over the course of his career.
How did
What was it like to see Marquise Goodwin out there today on the field?
Yeah, that was that's pretty special for the young man, and I don't know that I've ever been around a player who's as locked in as he is without practicing for a long time. And Coach O'Shea and I were just talking about that as he got out here. I mean, he's in every meeting he is locked in every walkthrough, every game. I mean, that's hard for a player that's not getting any reps to play that role for himself, for his teammates. So I'm proud of the young man. I'm excited for him. I know as a team we're excited for the boost that he gives us.
How far away is
him
he?
to be ready for Cincinnati?
I think it's for me it's too early to say. I'm very optimistic about him every single day, but we'll see how it goes over the next
And Bryant
weeks.
and Jerome Ford
Feel good about them.
being ready.
Yes.
Alex saw him over working off to the side. I mean, how's
Yeah.
he? You know, how far along is he? You know,
Yeah,
he
getting
progressing?
close. Again, I think it's hard to give you guys an exact day, week, but he's getting close.
Jack, there was another guy. He was going through the protocol. He got out. How did he kind of make it through the game on Saturday?
Great. Yeah, good. No worse for the wear.
Kevin, when you look like at the makeup of your line, do you feel like you need to add a guard? I know Luke worked there some, but
Right.
you got 3 centers, and I don't know if there's any true backup guards.
Yeah, I think those are all things, Scott, that we talk about. We work different guys in their different combinations. So we're comfortable with the guys we have. As you also know, you're constantly working on the roster. But we feel really good about the guys we have.
Would you guys want to keep a kicker on the practice squad?
Yeah, I think that remains to be seen. I think there's a good chance for it, but we'll see how it shakes out over the next couple of days.
Is Cade somebody you would be interested for that role?
For sure, yes.
How comfortable, Kevin, are you going into the season with a rookie quarterback as your main backup?
Yeah, feel good about it. He's somebody that, as you know, Tony, he's come a long way. I mean, he's really worked very hard all the way back to the spring when he first showed up here. He's done a nice job. There's a lot that goes into playing that backup role that really he just doesn't know yet because he's being taught. And I'd point out Alex Van Pelt in that room with him every day. AVP, that was his role for his career was as a backup quarterback. So he kind of knows the ins and outs of it.
Obviously, when you make a trade, you probably have a pretty good idea where a guy fits in. With adding Pierre, just how do you envision his role now that he's here? You got to see him on the
Yeah, somebody that you study from afar, Daryl, but then you got to get him ultimately in your program, and you got to see what makes sense to him and how quickly he can pick it up. He's a very smart young man, so I know he'll get it. But it's a matter of us getting to know him a little bit, seeing what he fits both offensively and on special teams.
What do you like about him coming out of New England?
Yeah, I think speed really has that ability to take the ball and go. Versatility, can catch it coming out of the backfield, and again gives you some good reps in special teams as well.
When you look at him as a kick returner, Kevin, or because you think Jerome Ford's going to be okay, would that be his?
Yeah, potentially. That's certainly something that he can do, and so that helps us as you look, forward into these next couple weeks. But we'll see how Jerome comes out in the next few days.
Anything else?
Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.
It's all good. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Appreciate it.
How great was it to be back today?
First of all, giving all honors to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for waking me up today and giving me the opportunity. It was great to be back today with the team.
Marquise, can you take us through just how scary it must have been to find out, that you had blood clots and what was that like? What was that moment at that time period like?
I would say it was more alarming than scary. I'm protected. I'm guided by God. So I really don't too much fear anything. I know it's all in His hands, out of my control. But I was kind of alarmed at the news,
Did you feel ill, or how did you feel ill when this happened?
I really don't want to go into too many details about how I feel. I feel great right now, and I think that's what's most important. I'm healthy, and I'm able to be back on the field, so I'm just happy to be here.
How good did it feel to be out there, and just what do you imagine your timeline to be in game shape would be now?
It's a good question. I'm in shape. In game shape, I would have to play in some games. So we'll see after I play in the game.
Coach was marveling at how locked in you stayed during the time you were away. How were you able to do that?
Oh, man. Being locked in is a part of my DNA, honestly, and thank you, Coach, for those kind words. It's just part of my job. I'm a professional player. I'm a professional. And as a professional, you guys are all locked in. Y'all out here, y'all looking and getting questions, know what you had to do coming out here. I approach my job the same way.
Marquise, did you ever doubt that you'd be able to come back?
Nah, there was no doubt in my mind. I knew I would come back. That's why I stayed here every day with a smile on my face, positive attitude, because I knew I was coming back.
Now, did the doctors guarantee that, or you just had that faith?
Nobody can even guarantee if I'll be alive tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can guarantee anything. Credit to the doctors, though, for all the hard work that they did to help get me back. The trainers, Joe and his staff, did an incredible job in helping me make sure that I was safe every day and to get back in full health.
I know you don't want to get into any details, but is there any fear of reoccurrence? I know you're taking it day by day, what have you.
No fear at all. I fear God. That's it.
Are clots just treated with medicine, basically?
I guess it depends on, it's person to person. Some people do treat them with medicine. Some people do other remedies. However you choose to really go about it. It's different cases, different levels for everything.
You've been through this 10 times. So what's it like when training camp is finally over for you guys and you can start locking in on the season?
Yeah, 11 times to correct. But training camp is finally over, ready to get locked into the season. Not a whole lot changes other than the fact it's live football, live tackling, and the stats matter. The wins, loss, they matter.
You've been through so much in your life that so many trials, so many tribulations in your life. Was this, do you feel, just another thing that you had to deal with and overcome?
100%. This is just something that I had to deal with and overcome. Another hurdle that I had to jump over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that were thrown our way we have to overcome, and I'm just glad that I was able to.
I watched you from day one at the Greenbrier, just dancing and mentoring your teammates and just laughing and having a good time out there. How important was it for you to present that front to your teammates?
Did you like my dance moves, first of all?
Yes, I think I got some on video.
I love being out there and just having fun. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in November. And what I found out playing football is that if you don't have fun with this game, it could be a long, very long year. So just credit to my teammates for embracing me and allowing me to be myself, to come out and smile and just be a happy dude, and to dance and sing and do whatever it is that I feel when I'm out on the field, as long as I'm taking care of business.
How difficult is it to kind of maintain that kind of upbeat spirit and everything in the face of of adversity like that?
You ever heard of the term "a zebra can't change its stripes"? Man, I don't know how to not be happy and upbeat, man. That's just a part of my genetic makeup. It is what it is. So I'm not out here faking. That's why it's so easy for me to do every day. I can't sit out here and pout when something don't go my way. Life haven't went my way yet. I'm waiting on God to let me get in charge and do things how I want to do. But if I did, then I probably wouldn't be here. So.
How important is your faith to get you through all this?
Excuse me?
How important is your faith in Christ to get you through all this?
Hugely important, man. And everything that I do every single day, that's how I attack each day, following God's lead.
You got 2 weeks until the opener. Do you expect to be out there?
I expect to be out there. I mean, it's really up to the staff and the trainers to make sure that I'm ready to be in a position to help the team. I can say that I'm ready and do all of these things, but until they give me the go-ahead, then it's really up to them.
Are there any medical hurdles you need to still clear?
I think that's a question that'll be answered over time. I don't know. It's just day to day right now, and we're just dealing with today. This is my first day of practice. I barely made it through practice. You know what I'm saying?
I know you've done this 11 times now, but because of what you went through this summer, that first route today feel a little more special?
Man, it did feel special. Even though I had been running routes,
Catching the ball and all of it.
I've been catching it and everything just on my own time, but don't tell coach that, you know what I'm saying, and staff. Nah, but yeah, it definitely felt good to get it from the quarterback, for sure.
Now that Marquise, I've watched you also spend a lot of time with Cedric Tillman. I see him picking your brains, and you guys are working on things when he comes off to the sideline. How important was that for you to impart some of that wisdom on young guys like that?
I'm naturally a big brother. I'm the oldest of 12 kids, so it's like I'll be doing myself a disservice if I didn't say something to him that I saw that would make him better. And I just try to embrace any guy that is willing to listen. And I've been around the game and seen some things, so I just give what I can. And thank you to Sid and guys like him who have embraced that in me and listened and taken on the things that I've given them.
Now that you can look ahead to the season and just football in general, what has you most excited about being with this group and what you guys might be able to accomplish together?
I'm most excited just about playing football again, honestly. It's a game that I've been playing since I was 9 years old. I remember my first time being on the field and just having jitters, not nervous or anything, but really just high anxiety and the thrill to want to play. You know what I'm saying? Once you kind of have a lackluster feeling, you don't really attack your job the same way. So I'm just really, really appreciative that I have that feeling playing on this team this year, and I'm excited. Every day that I step out here, I'm turned up. I'm ready to just go, and I just want to continue to feel like that 9-year-old boy who stepped that first day on the football field.
Would you want to be a coach someday when you eventually retire?
Man, wherever God lead me, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of plans in life. Shoot, I plan on being a billionaire, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know how I get there, but, if that's where God lead me, that's what I'll be.
How about this offense? You had a different view of it from the sidelines for most of training camp. So what are you seeing, and how good can it be?
I think the offense has no ceiling. Obviously, we got some things in some areas that we can get better in. I'm glad that we haven't arrived yet and defined ourselves yet, so I'm excited to see where we can take it. Just keep getting better every day, not putting the cart before the horse. You know what I'm saying? Just taking it one day at a time and just focusing in together and getting better.
What have you seen in Elijah Moore? I'm sorry, Bailey.
Do you feel like your perspective has changed at all heading into this season and going through what you've been through?
I'm just more grateful. I think my perspective has changed in that sense. Just more grateful for life, more grateful for opportunity, because it could have very well ended. It could have been my last play in mini camp. So I'm glad just to be back on the field for real.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what have you seen in Elijah Moore throughout this camp?
Electric. I mean, fast, hands, routes, just ready to go. And I'm excited to see what he'll do this year for sure. I'm glad we got him.
Good?
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Not me.